Sheriff's Office hiring push. Tomorrow, the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office is hosting an all-day hiring event at the Zoofari Conference Center in Wauwatosa. Joining us in studio this afternoon are Lieutenant Noel Ybarra and Deputy Christine Rodriguez. Thank you all so much for joining us this afternoon. Tell us, for this hiring event, what are the numbers like for Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office in terms of staffing?
So right now we're about approximately 100 officers short. And right now we're pushing for the correctional officer position. That's what the hiring event is for. We're looking to get some dedicated individuals who want to apply to be more and be a part of the community and to better themselves and the others around them. 100
officers short, 100 deputies short. How tough is that to currently work on the department, knowing that you have so many open positions?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a struggle. I mean, since the pandemic, you know, we've seen a decline with a number of our officers. But yeah, it is a struggle. We want to make sure that our officers are not being overworked. You know, we want them to be able to carry out a shift and say that they felt good about it. Right now, I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like some of our officers could really use the help, and so that's why we're here to make that push, to make sure that we fill all of those spots, every single one of them, and we're hoping that Milwaukee County will help us out to do this.
And what do you do? How do you make that sell to people who are prospective members of the Sheriff's Office?
How do we make the sell? Well, basically, we educate the community on like what the job all entails, you know, and we're looking for people who have a really great, you know, work attitude, you know, teamwork ethic. So, I mean, yeah, that's what we're here to do. We're just giving the information and making sure that people know what their options are. Right now, you have to be at least 19 years of age. You have to have a high school diploma or a GED, and no felonies. And so we'll be out there tomorrow making that push, and from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and we'll be out at the Zoofari Conference Center.
And what's it like when you have these kinds of events to attract more people to join this profession?
It's a great experience. You know, we get members of the community out there from different backgrounds with different experiences, life experiences, and that's always great to have. We like to have a lot of different backgrounds work for the area agency. You know, we have a lot of people that come into our custody, and if we have people like that who have similar life experiences or have experienced some stuff in the past, it just helps better relationships through the Sheriff's Office and the community.
What do you think is a common misconception people have from the outside looking in, not knowing what it's like to be on the Sheriff's Office and work in this profession? What are the misconceptions?
Well, I'd say that I wouldn't say there's that per se. I just don't think a lot of people know what exactly we do. You know, and right now we're hiring for the correctional officer position, and a lot of people don't know about the criminal justice facility at the jail. You know, it's a great experience, a great place to work. There's a lot of growth within our agency, especially within the jail. It's a great career path to have, and we offer a ton of benefits and pretty close pay scale to other agencies in the area.
All right. And what are we going to be expecting at this hiring event?
So basically, we are doing interviews on the spot. We have staff that will be there tomorrow that can give people information in case they have any questions about the job itself. And then we're hoping to be able to extend conditional offers to people as they leave. You know, it's a little bit of a process. We do a preliminary background check as well there. And so we feel like that's the thing that's going to help us fill these positions, is making it as easy as possible for the community. So we're hoping people show up. This is a really thankless job at the end of the day. It's tough work. It's one of the most difficult, you know, positions in the criminal justice area. And so our ask is not easy. We're just hoping that people will take a look at, you know, inside themselves and say, hey, you know, I have this background, I can help people, I enjoy, you know, the rewarding side of corrections, and those are the people that we're looking for.
And for you all personally, both, what's the rewarding part for you with this position, with this job?
I mean, for me, it's knowing that we are on the right side, that we are doing everything we can, that we're saving lives, that we're taking care of people. It's those little details to me that make coming to work really easy.
It's the ability to do more, not only for myself as an individual, but for others as well. You know, if I can be the change in somebody else's life to help them get where they need to be, that's the most rewarding part of the day.
All right, Lieutenant Noel Ybarra and Deputy Christine Rodriguez, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
No, thank you for having us.
Information on our website at wisn.com/links.